Hey, welcome to Ice Age Part 2. What are we doing now? We got the truck started. Race truck is on. The kid is in. And what the heck are we up to now? Iceman, Ice HTV guy up to now. Yikes. Yeah. I say yikes. Yeah. Do I even say what I'm doing? I don't know. I don't know if I should. I'm in trouble from sharing way too much information. Too many others want to go. What are you doing now, right? What are we doing now? All right, the adventure begins. Boy, I tell you what, I'm just crazy. I mean, I'll tell you, I'm crazy. I don't disagree. If you watch my channel, I'm nuts. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So what am I gonna do? So first thing is, what I'm going to do is I got a long drive. I got like a 2.5 hour drive one way. And I got the kid back there. I don't even know anything. And Poppy behind me. And yeah, what do you think we're doing? Oh my gosh. What am I up to now? Yeah. Got to get gas. Yep, first thing I gotta do, gotta get gas because we've got a long drive. And I'm getting ready to head back up north this week. So to put today close to 6 hours of driving time in today, just to turn around and then put in a long day like 3 days from now. Who wants to do that? It's Murphy's Law. I create these problems upon myself. I mean, what's the odds? So what are the odds of me? It just doesn't end. The addictions, right? Well, I got to start the new year off with one purchase, right? I mean, come on. It's already the 9th of January. I haven't bought anything for, 2 weeks. I got to keep it going, right? When does it all explode, right? When does it just all explode? Yeah, I hear you. I know people are like, oh my God, you're just setting yourself up for major doomsday videos. Well, I guess they'd probably, the fear factor and doomsday videos get a lot of attention. I guess actually my channel will probably grow if I started making videos. I just had these repossessed. I just had that repossessed. Oh, the stupid mistakes I've made. Blah, 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 blah. So would that get a lot of attention? Yeah, probably. People just love watching the failure of others. Do people actually enjoy that? Up here we go. So my little baby just got up in the front seat with me, and now she's set seatbelt. Let me fasten that. All right, got to get some fuel for the monsters, right? There's Poppy. Race truck time. Okay, you know what you're doing, right? So I'm gonna leave. I should know what she's doing, right? Okay, so once you go up the road here, we're gonna go up the road here. I'm gonna put my blinker on for you to turn down the road to go get over there. So you know what's going on, right? Okay. Then I get up the road to the bank. Good. Hey, look at that front tag. Indian Dark Horse. What?
He's on the phone.
Okay. How are we doing on fuel? Wow, you got a ways to go. Seems about empty, isn't it? All right, I'm gonna head up to the bank. You know where you're going? Uh-oh.
Okay, Dad, what is? What?
I'm saying start heading up the road. You want to head up the? You want to head up back to?
I need to check something.
Did you plug in the address?
I gotta check.
Whoops. Say what?
Get her out of here.
Yeah, you were talking, being distracted by Poppy. Yeah, so, yeah, you'll have a have a chance to enter it in.
What is this place called?
Sky Power Sports.
Oh my gosh, I'm not talking to you.
Well, who are you talking to?
Ask Siri. For crying out
Well, anyways,
loud.
I'm going to pull over up at the gas station up here in the main road. I'm on the main road now, so I'm already up the road. So what I'll do is, you know where that racetrack gas station is? I'm going to stop there. Just right past the car wash. You know where it is?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Bye-bye. All right, here comes the confused ones. It's challenging. Here they come. Do you have the address plugged in?
I can't get it on any navigation site. I've tried 2 or 3.
Right here. Stay there. Just stay here. Oh, the adventures of Iceman, Ice Age TV. So, what the heck is going on, right? Where's the kid and Poppy? They're no. Where's the truck and trailer? The truck and trailer boat, right? Ah, I just can't believe what I created upon myself. I just can't believe it. Oh my gosh. It's just incredible. So here's what's going on. I go down last week to iMotorsports to pick up crash bars for my Indian Bobber, which for the record, Mora Motor or Motor Mora, however you pronounce that, they were supposed to give me crash bars. They never showed up. I gave up, so I drove down to St. Pete, which is another Indian dealer, and sure enough, actually I made a whole video on it, but I never showed it. There's a whole video and a whole day of me going down to iMotorsports to buy crash bars, and my dad and daughter along, and it's just goofy talk for the most part. I just kind of came to closure. I didn't feel like posting a video because, but when we're down there, if you would have seen that video, I end up, going into the dealership and buy the crash bars, but then there's a blue slate metallic super cheap Indian, which that's a color, this blue, I guess it's, I think they call it slate blue metallic, I think is the name of it. It's a really pretty blue color, and they've got one of these things sitting in the back of the shop, and I'm like, here we go. And so now the guy's like, yeah. So now I'm like, well, so I'm like, all right, maybe I'll buy that damn thing, but I don't know, because the bike's $21,999. I'm like, okay. And I looked at the sales guy. I said, okay, it's $21,999, but tell me the real price of this bike. And sure enough, here you go. Oh, well, for the special color, now it's $22,499. That's a $500 upcharge. I mean, wait a second. It's $21,999 on your website. What are you talking about? And then there's Indian charges to us, or another $1,200, and then there's setup fees, and then there's administration costs, and then there's blah 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 blah, and I'm not embellishing. When he's all said and done, he wants $27,500 for the bike, and I'm like, that's ridiculous. But I mean, okay, well, yeah, all right. So down here in Florida, this is the busiest time of the year for these motorcycle dealers, because for them, this is the riding season, because it's a cooler time of year. Well, up north, this is the worst time of the year for the motorcycle dealers, because it's cold up north and people don't ride. Well, down here in the summer months, it gets so brutally hot that people don't ride in the summer months. So they ride in the winter months. So for the motorcycle dealerships, it's totally opposite. So that dealership slammed. Yeah, I go by there Friday, and it was like late Friday afternoon, and I'm like, what are you thinking? He's like, well, we're slammed Saturday, so blah blah blah. So now I'm like, for me, I'm like, it's just too much damn money. It's all these add-on fees. I can't stand it. Anybody shop for a motorcycle, you know the story. Oh, it's $21,999, but there's another $5,000 when it's all said and done, between this and that and this, well, yeah, whatever. So anyways, so here you go. So on late Saturday evening, I just happened to click on CycleTrader, and yep, here you go. There's a Super Chief Indian. So basically the Chief bobber I bought basically is that bike, but it's a different setup from the bobber. And the Super Chief gives you the 116 motor, it gives you the touring bags, it gives you the front windshield, gives you different handlebars, and it gives you a whole different instrumentation, where the instrumentation on it has actually GPS and a bunch of other pretty cool features on the speedometer dial. So anyway, so now here you go. So over here in Sanford, Florida, the CycleTrader is showing a used Super Chief with 5,000 miles on it for $17,999. And I'm like, wow, that's not bad. And the person's already put an exhaust on it and a stage 1 upgrade on the bike, and they put ape hanger bars on it and maybe another thing or two that I don't know about. But the bike basically, so the bike's had its first 2 services, which that's good. The guy has put probably about $1,800, I would guess $1,500, if they did the work. If the dealer did the exhaust install and the stage 1 map and did the handlebars, I would imagine conservative $1,500. So now I'm like, well, that's not a bad deal. And all right, so now, it's late Saturday evening. They're not open Sunday, so they open back up Monday. And so I called the guys first thing this morning, and yep, here we go. Here we go. The guy's like, well, and he starts adding all these fees in, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, that's right, it's not a new one. And apparently this is Sky Power Sports. They've got like 3 dealerships here in Florida, one in Port Richey, one in Sanford, and another location I'm not sure of. So anyways, they are a Indian dealer, so that's a good thing. Actually, I didn't know that. So anyways, the guy comes back on the phone and goes, oh, I gave you the wrong price because I thought it was a new Indian, but it's the used one. I'm like, right, it's the used one. So now we go back and forth and haggle on prices, and then I'm like, I'm just gonna buy this thing, and I'm not gonna, just give me the title and I'll register where I'm gonna register. He's like, no, we can't do that. I understand this. I've bought motorcycles before, and I understand when you can buy the bike and just have the title, why they have to charge me taxes, because it's my responsibility to pay the taxes and register the bike. But anyways, they won't let it go. So anyways, so we go round and round. So we finally come to a number, and yeah, here I am. Driving now over to basically Orlando, Florida, north of Orlando, Florida, which, yikes. And I'm gonna go ahead. This bike looks as clean as the phone it is, and it's I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick this bike up, because here's the thing. I've actually had my eye on buying the Super Chief. The Chief, it's a Chief bike, but it's called the Super Chief. I've actually had my eye on this bike for over about a year and a half, but they never have this slate blue that I really like. It's not a very common color. So the only thing I can kind of rationalize doing this today, which, yeah, right, another story of rationalizing buying something. I get it. Yeah, I get it big time. But the thing is, for me, I don't want to buy the new one. It's too much damn money. So at the end of the day, I'm going to save myself about $9,000. The deal that I've agreed to buy this bike, it's about a $9,000 savings for me buying a new one. And yeah, I could probably shop a lot of Indian dealers, but the problem is the slate blue isn't a common color. So yeah, you choose a different color, then yeah, I could probably, haggle on a new one. But the problem is the slate is a limited color, and the dealers know this, so they're just not going to give it away to you. So yeah, so am I crazy? I am crazy. Yes. But what's really interesting is my daughter, who sat on the bike, really likes the bike, and it really is a nice setup, and it's definitely a bike I feel like she can handle because it's not a heavy bike. It's not much heavier. It's about 50 pounds heavier than the Street Bob. But what I like about it, it's got the tour bags on it. It's got a full windshield on it. It's got ABS brakes. She just loves the colors. So for me, it's kind of like, well, you know, at some point we got to start parting with motorcycles, which we will. I mean, I'm not that idiotic. The reality is, I'm only buying this bike right now because, once again, it's just a very unique situation where I can get this price out of this bike. And I'm not doing all the add-ons, ain't doing none of that. So when I walk in dealers, they go, oh, you want extended warranty? No. You want, no, I'm not doing any of that. No. Give you the title, here's your check, and bye-bye. So that's kind of where it is. And then, yeah, when I get back up north, definitely I'm going to have to start weeding out some of the bikes, which is not a big deal. I'm not really worried about that because I'd rather kind of get something that I think is going to work long-term. And the Chief Bobber, I don't know, I get mixed feelings on that. That bike's such a naked bike that, you know, does that go bye-bye? I don't know. That's debatable. The Scout Bobber, that'll go bye-bye just because it just doesn't get ridden, you know. What about any of the Harleys? Yeah, to Harley, yeah, it's probably possible to do some Honda, definitely a Honda. There's all those. They're going by Land Rover dealer and doesn't look that much. It's another adventure of the Iceman buying something, which, yeah, if it wasn't for me going to that doggone Motorsports down there in St. Pete, Florida, and seeing that bike in person, I would not be buying a bike. And the other thing is, if it wasn't for the fact that I found this used one, I wouldn't be buying the bike because the gentleman wants that price on a new one. There's no way I'm paying that money for that bike. There's no way. I'm on the page right now. If you can find stuff to use and save yourself a chunk of money, pick it up. And I've been kind of waiting it out this last year and a half to kind of start finding the people and start giving stuff up. But I mean, I don't think it's the doom and gloom of the economy. I don't see that. Of why. It's just really weird how I'm picking these bikes at 904. This would be 3 bikes that I have now run across that, you know, I just have really gotten really good deals on. So anyways, where's the kid and Poppy? They're way back. My attitude is I'm just going to get up the road because this is a long, it turns into a very long day to even do this. Easy. Yeah, how am I getting this bike back? And now, I mean, I'm literally maxed out on bikes on what I can bring home and can't bring home. So my attitude is I'm going to get up the field here, get up the road here, and get the dealership, get all the paperwork taken care of, get everything ordered. So by the time my dad and daughter get there, way back, you know, they're way back there. But I think it's a good thing. My daughter gets to kind of experience her own thing and drive the truck, and my dad's with her, so I'm not really worried about that. And by the time they get up there, hopefully I'll have everything pretty much in gear. And look at that, what the hell? Yeah, that's radical. Yeah, somebody's having a bad day. When you've got like 4 state boys are hanging on your tail, that's a bad thing, right? Anyways, so I'm gonna get up the road to the dealership, get in there, get the paperwork all squared away. So by the time they get there, we can just load this thing up. And, you know, sight unseen, but they are an Indian dealer, and I said, does this bike have any issues? Are you showing? He's like, these guys like, look, we're not gonna put a motorcycle on the showroom floor with issues. It's like, that's not going to happen. I'm like, yeah, but has it had any issues? He's like, I don't know. The guy's like, I don't know who sold it, what the guy's story was, but he's like, as far as I know, it doesn't have issues. Yeah, I can only hope. The piece of the bike. Right? Peace pipe. Yes. All right, here's something interesting. AWE, the exhaust manufacturer, has reached out in the Bronco forum that they're looking for a Raptor Bronco owner, a Raptor owner, and they're saying that if you let them take your vehicle for about 5 days, they're going to use it to engineer a new catback exhaust system for this vehicle. And they're claiming if you let your vehicle go to them, they will, in the end, put a brand new AWE exhaust on your vehicle at no charge. I reached out to them and I haven't heard back from them. So I don't know. I get mixed feelings. They're located up north of Philadelphia. Yeah, yikes, right? Yikes. But their center, their engineering plant facility is up there north of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And since I'm down there in that Virginia, Maryland area, that'd be a little bit of a trek per se. I don't know. Is it worth it? I mean, it'd be pretty cool. I mean, as long as the exhaust has the, I'm sure you'll be able to have the changeable exhaust notes on this vehicle. And if you have that, I guess it wouldn't be too bad, but is it worth it? I don't know. So I reached out to him and I showed him how I made a video of the AWE single catback exhaust with a 2.7 Bronco Wild Track that I had. I did a really nice video on that, and so I shared that with him, but I haven't checked in at the Bronco forum lately to see if they have reached out back to me and go, yeah, we want your Bronco, but it's like, yeah, I'm down in Florida, and it wouldn't be like next week at the earliest you could probably get this thing. But then do I let them do it? Do I let them take it away? Yikes, right? I'm assuming they're expecting me to drive it up there, and they're going to give me a rental car to drive back home. I don't know, I get mixed feelings. What? Look at this. This is a massive warehouse for distribution. So is that a scenario there where, like Amazon or somebody expanded and then they reneged on the expansion, and that's now looking for rental space? I don't know. I mean, I would think that's what's going on. You're getting up here, we're not, look at this, Disney Springs. Well, this Orlando area, it is usually so monitored with the police. Yeah, ask me how I know. Yeah, I mean, usually it's just heavy police up here as you get closer to Disney. For anybody up there that's coming across 4 East, be very aware that the police are pretty aggressive up here. Beautiful day, that's for sure. Couldn't have picked a better day to do this. Super Chief, right? I got the Chief Bobber, and I really do like the way that bike rides. I don't like the wind resistance on me. I don't like that. That's one thing. I don't like the seat. I can change that, but I really do like the way that bike handles. So that's one reason I really want to get this Super Chief. I think it's going to be a really good handling bike. I think my daughter can handle it, and I think it'll be a really good safe bike for her. So, oh well. I can go home this Route 4 area. I hate it. I just don't like this Route 4. So much more in 75 over to 301. Take that all the way up north of Jacksonville and to 95. Alrighty. Here's a major, same building, just up the street being built. I mean, what is that all about? I mean, since you have to say to yourself, wow, there's a massive warehouse, but they're building the exact same thing right up the street. Is this like projects that were planned before Amazon and the shippers have seen a radical pullback? I mean, you're reading it, a lot of people are getting laid off. All right, follow us along here on the Super Chief. Hey, is that an oil well? Hey, do I need to go buy that? That'd be a better investment, wouldn't it? Or would it? Yeah, so follow us along with the doggies as we get closer. But yeah, we're still an hour away. I haven't heard from the kid, Poppy, but I think they'll be all right. Wowsker, we're coming into Disney World area here, and it's just hard to believe it. It's been probably 10 years ago maybe 12. I'd say 10 when I came down here with my kid. Well, I came down here and did the Disney Day. Just incredible how time passes. We did the luncheon with the princess or whatever. So that's something. And sure enough, this Orlando area is busy as all get out. A little gold mine. Stays busy, I guess, year round. Yep, here we are. Disney World is here. You know, to me, it just seems like we parked. It was further off the main drag. Why is that? I mean, is that Disney World right there? I can't even tell you. Oh my goodness gracious. Downtown Orlando. And here we is at the Sky Power Sports. We're here. A pretty damn good time, actually. We're about 10-15 minutes early, actually. So, wowsker, right? Oh, the busy roads just doesn't end. All right, so how the hell do you get in this place? This place is massive. These places. You don't think these things make any money? I mean, anybody thinks these dealerships live off of $100. We make $100 off of motorcycles. Like, yeah, right. There's no way. Right? All right. Beautiful sunny day here. This is our advantage, right? It is. Look at here. All right. Pull in here, I guess.